Thanks a lot.
It's been great. Thank you, Dave.
Till your daddy takes your T-bird away. I hate when that happens.
You stole my thunder. I love that song.
I knew you were thinking that.
I love that song.
We've been working together too long. I know what you're going to think.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary, isn't it? Ron Bohnert opens the match the way he's done so many times on King of Bowling with a strike. However, I make a prediction, Jen. This guy is not going to go away. Jason Sebastian is a player. He's not afraid to just hike him up and go for it. And a couple of heavyweights going at it, and rightly so. Here in our last week, week 12, BPA King of Bowling, the finals, these guys are going to show you a match.
And this guy already has one game under his belt, so that has to be an advantage in any situation. Of course, he only shot 200 the first game, so that may not be enough if he wants to duplicate that score, because Ron Bohnert can jump all over, going up into any kind of range over 250 consistently.
Ron Bohnert on the right-hand lane. He is not going to go away either. I predict we're going to get a very, very good match out of this, but, you know, Ron is not going to go away. Don't think that this one bad shot is going to be a problem for Ron, age 31, 230 average, 1425 for his qualifying scores. That's 225 over, 23rd TV appearance. He's not going to be nervous. He knows that it takes 10 frames. Look at this. All right.
Oh, wow.
He's not going to go away. He's not going to get flustered. That's what makes him a champion. He brings back the very, very difficult 3-7 split. Watch it here. Throw the 3 over into the 7. Perfection.
It was great because the pin had actually flattened out so that it got a little bit more reaction once it got to the 7 pin.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And it's, again, I don't expect any less of Ron. He's that good. You expect him to make every shot count. Now he comes back with a great strike, spare strike. And as a competitor, you've got to really respect a guy that can come back and bring back a difficult split to stay in the match.
Dave, do you realize how much money's on the line right now?
How much money is on the line,
$1,200 first place.
Ew.
600 per second. This is serious.
$600 swing one way or the other, and as I predicted, this may have had a negative effect on Jason, seeing his competitor go into a bad shot, come back with a spare, and now all of a sudden the pressure's switched.
That is the importance of making a big split. You may think, oh, I just need the split for the spare, for the pin count, but you are right, David. It does change the match, and there's a relatively difficult spare, and he showed exactly why that is.
You can't let Ron Bohnert do what he can do so well, and that is rattle you without even knowing it. Jason Sebastian, no stranger to high scores and the TV lights, but he's never bowled against a guy with lime green socks before, okay?
It's the lime green sock advantage.
I don't know if that's an advantage or not. Those are so pathetic. Jeez. Well, he told me today, you know, he was gonna wake up the city and oh gee, turn down your sets, folks. Run.
Run for cover.
That's right. Ron Bohnert can take this match in handily already. Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, it doesn't quite get the scout to come back over to the 7 pin. Great shot, however.
Well, he's in the line, Jim, but what we've seen out of Ron Bohnert for so many years is the only weakness he has is when he swings it, watch it here, it's going to go out to about the 5th board, maybe the 4th board. Now keep your eyes on the 2 pin. Second one from the center, there it goes. Now that's a 4 pin going to the channel, not getting the reaction on the 7 the way he would like. And of course, he makes his spare. 99 times out of 100, I bet he makes that.
Ron Bohnert recently just decided to switch to some resin balls. Now, he has stuck with urethane the whole way throughout his whole career, and he's been comfortable with it, and he's throwing urethane again today. The point being, it is a more consistent roll, but it doesn't quite have the hitting power. So Ron can get to the pocket, but he's going to have to put a little extra juice on it to get that urethane ball to strike, just like that.
Well, Do not count the guy out. Don't leave the building just because he's a few pins down, even though he isn't at this point. I think that's... Walt just smacked me with a pencil. He is 5 pins down as we speak.
And, of course, that's Walt Tarpley, our statistician, who's been helping us out throughout the year.
Well,
thanks, Walt. We appreciate it.
Walt
did a good job.
Walt's here to our left and keeping the scores, and then Sandy, my wife, is out in the truck making sure the scores that appear on your screen are correct. Thanks to both of them.
And of course our director, Dave, what a great job he's done this year.
Dave Ashbrook, I mean, what can be said about him? But you know, if we keep going on, this crew, we've kept this crew together for 7 years. I think they're the best crew that will do any bowling show for any other network and or sports channel in the country. I'll put my crew against anybody, anytime, and I know we're going to win. These guys are great. Ladies and gentlemen, Cincinnati is probably one of the best bowling towns
in
the country.
That's Mr. Bohnert there that we just saw. Dave, you are 100% correct. This is one of the finest that there is.
And the bowlers have supported the show for so many years, Jen. They deserve it. They really do. Is everybody all right? Wow.
Came out relatively unscathed.
Uh-huh. I'm going to have to check the backboards for splinters after that. There you see our low-angle shot showing that all that power to knock down 9 pins. Solid 10, the kind of strike that, the kind of ball that should have created a strike, but man, oh man. These two players are so different. Let's take a look at the comparison that we've built up out in the truck. The push away, the very quick into the backswing, the pivot and then pull through by Ron Bohnert on your left. Jason Sebastian on your right goes, oh, holy smokes.
Just about covered every board on that lane that time.
Well, the plant and throw technique that we saw on the side-by-side, Jen, allows Ron Bohnert to pull through right there, gets it out to about the second board. Wow, that's the first board. Holy smokes, comes back into the 1-2 pocket and kicks him out. He just found some dry area, and you know what? I think he's off to the races now.
He's sparking the ditch.
Sparking the ditch. You gotta love that.
Where's Henry Lemons when you need him?
Jeez. But when this man finds out that he has unlimited swing area to the left, he's going to be unbeatable. Jason, just hold on and do the best you can, because if Bohnert finds area, he's going to use it.
Jason just not being quite as aggressive as we're used to seeing from him. Just a little bit tentative. He's trying to place that ball in the pocket instead of just ripping it.
That's correct, Jen. He's playing against a power player right now that has realized he has unlimited area to the left, and he's going to place the ball? I don't think so. I don't think so. You got to fight fire with fire, and I think Ron's already figured out where he's going to spend the money, right?
Angela, I know she's contemplating which store she's going to go to.
What is it with you and this money thing all the time?
I love it.
Jen?
I'm just in defense of women everywhere. Ron, of course, is age 31. As I said, married to Angela for 5 years.
Oh, he went for that one. He went for that
Man.
one. Yes.
Reach back for a little extra, Wayne Garrett.
Wayne Garrett. Get that tune out there. Well, he may have realized what he needs to do too late, because Ron Bonnert's working on a triple going into his 8th frame right now. If he strikes here, this could put the match out of reach.
And he did it. He is just full of confidence right now. Ron Bohnert, I believe last year, David was our King of Kings, so he's going to repeat that feat 2 years in a row, and that's incredible.
Well, yes, it is, but he's that good. And I had somebody in the break say, well, you know, he saw the stats on Ron, and if he's that good, why doesn't he go out on a tour? Well, he's got so many things going right now, and he's having a great amount of success locally. If you're happy doing what you're doing, enjoy the moment. You don't have to change things.
And you know what he's happy doing? and I know this about him, and I really respect this, he loves to garden. Now, who can leave your garden? You can't leave your garden to go out on tour.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. You really have to respect the man for what he does and how well he can do it, whether that's on bowling lanes or whether it's taking a trowel and getting those annuals up, right?
He's really good at it, too. Just talking with him, I'm very impressed of his knowledge of plants, trees, etc.
Well, we've got 1.5 frames left in our 1996 season as Jason Sebastian just crucifies the pins. And I don't know, he's got a great ball. He's got a great game. If anything, he might have taken his opponent a little too lightly coming out of the blocks, but we're looking at a 26-pin deficit right now. He needs to strike out in the 10th to create any kind of a pressure situation for Ron, Jen.
Yeah, he's going to need to strike out to force Ron to spare. And that's just about all she wrote there.
Well, too little, too late. But again, that's not a bad. Yeah, that's not a bad shot. A solid 6. But when you have Ron Bohnert already in the barn with 189 in the 8th, a spare up, he can finish out for 239. Mr. Sebastian is not going to do it this year, but I predict he's going to be around.
And of course, once again, I know we say it a lot, but we really mean it. Thank you, Jeff Weiler. Steve Haynes, of course, bringing it out on his behalf this morning. Chrysler Cirrus would have been in case of 300 game, but that's okay because you can still go out to his auto mall and buy that car at invoice this week only. Just tell him you saw it here on the King of TV Bowling.
That's correct. Beautiful automobiles, great sponsors, Super City, great crew. I don't know. This is like the Academy Awards. If you stay here and say thank you long enough, you're going to be on here for an hour. But
blowout 7-10 to end the match.
Why not?
I think he's going to go for this. I'll bet he really whips this ball for all it's worth and tries to get some bounce out. He has absolutely nothing to lose.
Alrighty then, we'll check it out right now.
Wow. That was a great effort. Way to go, Ron. Great effort.
And you are right. That went through the back of the building. 216 for Ron Bohnert, 199 for Mr. Sebastian. Not enough for this year. He's our king again, folks. Awfully boring, but what a great player. Yeah, stay with us. We're going to hand out some money when we come back.